welcome to Therapy Thursday, and today I want to talk a little bit about why our friends or our family members or our pastors or church leadership cannot be therapists. And again, I've talked a little bit about this in other videos, but when I'm saying this, I'm talking about these people in general, not people who are trained therapists. So if you have a friend or a family member or a pastor or a church leader who is a trained clinical mental health therapist, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about everybody else because most people are not. But when it comes to your friends and family members, even if they are trained therapists, they shouldn't be your therapist. And that goes into a whole nother thing. Basically, I just want to talk a little bit about this because when you're thinking about a physical ailment that you may have, say you have a cold or you might have hurt your leg or something, and you're just talking to your friend like, oh man, I hurt myself doing this, or I have a cold, I'm not feeling very well. Your friend or your family member might be able to say, oh, go try some over-the-counter drug. I don't know, Mucinex or what's it called? Girl, I don't even know. I don't use medicine at all, any kind, so I don't know what the over-the-counter medicines are, but whatever, Tylenol, Advil, all of those. Your friends might be able to tell you that because those are over-the-counter medications that you can get. You do not need a prescription from a doctor, right? So when we're going to our friends or our pastors about clinical mental health issues that we're dealing with, they will only be able to give us over-the-counter type of encouragement and advice because they are not trained to give us the prescription style of therapy and encouragement that we need because they are not trained. So the reason why I just want to talk a little bit about this, and I've gone on rants about this before, but it is still in my heart because I see a lot of people getting turned away, specifically from the church. I don't know as much about friendships. That's not as posted as much as I see when it comes to social media or that people that I talk to and people that I've been in hospitals with. But the church really can turn people away with their over-the-counter advice for something that needs a prescription. And so I really want to encourage us, for those of you who are maybe you are still thinking about going to therapy and you're just not sure, please go. Because if you broke your leg, I will want you to go to the hospital, go to a doctor to get that handled, and not to the altar just to get prayer and go limping on home. No, you get the prayer, yes, get that prayer, but go to the doctor. And you might want to go to the doctor first and pray on your way because the reality of that is it's that intense. We are so intense about physical ailments that happen with us, but when it comes to emotional and mental health, it is like downplayed so much when it really is so much more important in many, many ways because it bleeds out into what you do physically. I just want to encourage you, your pastor is not your therapist. They cannot be your therapist, again, unless they are trained clinical mental health therapists. Then, and you're seeing them for that purpose, then yes, they can be your therapist, but most pastors are not. But many pastors love to talk about depression and anxiety, not understanding that there are clinical aspects of that cannot just be prayed off all the time. Again, let me give this disclaimer because I know we have some holier than thou saints who, love to only hear what they want to hear. And we all do that sometimes, so, no harm to you. But God can heal anything through just prayer. All you have to do is say it and he can heal it if that's his desire to heal through that way, right? So that works with physical things, mental health, everything. But often he allows us to be healed through the people who he has trained and who he has called to work in those fields, which is why cancer is not always just prayed off, right? People go to chemo, people get surgeries, that and many other physical things. Same thing with mental health. Sometimes a prayer will release you from that demon, especially if it's not medical, but sometimes you need treatment. So I just want to encourage us to treat physical health like mental health. I'm gonna say it until I turn blue in the face. I know some of y'all are tired of hearing it, especially the ones who actually know and get that, but there's some people who this might be their first video of mine watching, so they need to know. Okay, we need to let the world know and remind everyone so that people aren't suffering in silence and in shame because their brain is broken, just like somebody's leg could be broken or somebody's cells could be broken if there's like cell lung cancer. Okay, I'm not gonna go too much into physical examples because I don't be knowing what I'm talking about when it comes to that. So y'all get what I'm saying. So seek help, seek the proper help. Certain physical things take more than over-the-counter medicine, and certain mental health things take more than a chat with a friend or a sermon. Okay, so yes, thank you all so much for watching, and remember, if you want to join me for the book club in March to buy the book called Crazy in Love. Now I'm thinking about Beyonce's song, which is actually my favorite song. The book is called Crazy Love by Francis Chan. Thank you. Learn how to talk. Watch last Thursday's video for more details on that, and we'll be starting that book club in March. So again, thank you all for watching, and remember to love always. Bye. I am yours and you are mine.